Hi everybody, my name's Adam and I work for the Lifestyles team at Livewire. Let's begin with our 12 Taichi warm-up exercises to promote great mobility through each of the major joints of the body. We start with the neck. Raise your arms, bring your fingertips in towards your chest, push away, and allow the arms to float back down. As you bring your fingertips in towards your chest, tuck in your chin, tilt your head slightly. As you push your hands away, lift the head. Only ever move through what feels like it's a comfortable range of movement for you. Try not to put your joints through any movements or positions that don't feel right for you. Our next warm-up exercise promotes rotation through the neck. Raise the arm. Gaze through the fingertips as your arm moves out to the side, allowing your head to turn. Change hands. You might feel as though you can only move your head through a short distance. You might feel that you can turn your head a little further. Again, just whatever feels right for you. Throughout each of these movements, just breathe normally. Once more. From our neck, we now move to our shoulders. Start with small shoulder rolls. If you feel comfortable with this, you might even want to start to make the shoulder circles a little bigger. From here, start to create small circles of the arms. Bring the arms up. Bring the arms over and into the middle, and slowly down. Keep the chest lifted. Keep the stomach muscles switched on. From our neck and our shoulders, we now move to our back. Imagine that you're placing one hand on top of a ball. Imagine that you're placing your hand underneath. Turn the body to one side. And then change the position of the hand so that now the other hand is on top. This promotes great mobility through our spine. Your spine is a series of 33 discs, one on top of the other. So now we're promoting the release of synovial fluid in between the joints. And it's this increase in synovial fluid that helps us to move better. So there's one of the many benefits of Taichi. It doesn't matter where you finish or which hand is now on top. Push that one towards the ceiling and the other hand towards the floor. Change. This feels great. It's a lengthening, stretching sensation. Once more. And then just relax. Now might be an opportunity to just sit down and take a minute if you feel uncomfortable, stood up for long periods of time. Grab a drink, of course. So there's the warm-up for our upper body. Now let's look at the next 6 movements, which are for the joints of the lower body. We'll look at promoting great mobility through the hips, great mobility through the knees, and then we finish with our ankles and our feet. Transfer your body weight so it's just into one leg. That will allow you now to freely move the other. Place the heel forwards and the toe backwards. The heel forwards and the toe back. This could be done holding onto something if you don't feel as though you've got great balance. And when you feel comfortable or confident and ready, as the toes go back, raise your arms forwards. As the heel goes forwards, the arms come down. Another great benefit of Taichi: balance, coordination. These are what we call our motor skills. Now, before that feels uncomfortable on the supporting leg, just relax. Now let's change over. Of course, you could do this lower body only and just focus on the movement through the legs. Focus on the balance. If you do feel comfortable, you bring in the arms. So it's always about what feels right for you. These movements can be performed sat down, holding on to something, or standing freely. The hip joint moves in many different directions. Now let's move side to side. Transfer your body weight into one leg. Take the other toe out and in. Change, and then the other side. Again, this could be lower body only. If you feel comfortable, if you feel confident, as the toe goes out, just gently push the hands in the opposite direction. Out and in, out and in. There's 2 mobility exercises for the hips. Now we start to promote mobility through the knee. Make 2 very gentle fists. Take a very small step forwards. As the body weight transfers forwards, punch the opposite hand. Change, punch the opposite hand. As you transfer the body weight forwards, that starts to stimulate the muscles of the legs. These don't have to be performed fast. There's no real intensity behind the movements. This is all about mobility. For the next movement, it will require a degree of balance. So if you don't feel comfortable, you can carry on stepping and punching. For those of you that would like to try, transfer the body weight into one foot. A small kick, as if it were towards somebody's shin. Then we change over. We do exactly the same on the other. Now, of course, this could be performed legs only. If you do feel as though you'd like to try a little bit more, as one foot kicks, the other arm punches forwards. And again, here's that awareness of our balance and our coordination. And finally, the feet. A toe, a heel, and just repeat that a few times on one side. Change over. Back to the other leg again, but this time, little toe, big toe, little toe, and big toe. Change over. And there's our 12 Taichi warm-up exercises. So now that we've finished our warm-up exercises, let's have a look at some new movements. Today, we'll look at 3 new movements that we can add to the previous 4, so by the end of today's session, you'll know 7 of the Taichi movements. Now, each of the movements that we look at today, you have already done before, but travelling in the other direction. Our first movement, quite simply, is open hands. So you should remember that from our very first session. Now let's have a look at our next movement, the single whip. I'll now perform this facing the same direction as you. As we did last time, let's break it down into our bite-sized chunks to make it easier to follow. But you should already have a good understanding of this movement, as it's something that you've already done in the other direction. We transfer our body weight into our right leg. We lift and turn the left heel in slightly. Place the left heel just by the side of you, and as you transfer your body weight into your left foot, push the hands forwards. Open out the hands, gazing over the top of the right fingertips. Let's try that again. You may remember from the last time that we looked at this video, as the hands are being pushed forwards and open, there's just a slight rotation of the torso. One final time. We finish so that our right arm is just slightly wider than what the left arm is. Both palms are pointing forwards and both about the height of the shoulders. Gazing over the top of the right fingertips. The next movement that we look at today, waving hands in the clouds. Last time we looked at this movement, we were travelling to our right hand side. This time, we'll be performing the movement again, but we'll be travelling to the left hand side. Here's what it looks like as I face you. And now, I'll turn around so that I'm facing the same direction as you. Now, because it is a tricky movement, let's break it down. First of all, the feet. This time, the feet will only travel to the left. One, two, and three. The arms. This time, it will be your right hand, just outside your right shoulder, and your left hand, just by your right hip. We step, we change the position of the hands, and we move. We step, we change the position of the hands, and we move. Step, change, and move. Step, change, and move. Third and final time. Step, change hands, and move. Step, change, and move. And remember, the same pointers apply here as they did as we moved in the other direction. Whichever hand is on top, the palm will always be pointing forwards. Whichever hand is at the bottom, the palm will always be pointing down. Upper hand, palm forwards. Upper hand, palm forwards. Lower hand, palm down. Lower hand, palm down. Whichever hand is on the top will always help you understand and remember which direction you're travelling. Left hand on top, I must be moving to the left. Right hand on top, I must be moving to the right. And remember the sequence of 3. They'll always come in this order. Step, change hands, move. Step, change, move. Step, change, move. Remember, in order to get from the single whip into waving hands in clouds, we just need to form that little bridge, as I like to call it. So in order to get from here to waving hands in the clouds, we must bring our left arm around and the left foot at the same time. And now we're ready to step, change, move, step, change, and move, step, change, move. One final time. And to finish, both hands just find their way in front of the chest with the palms facing each other. I'm going to turn around and face the same direction as you, and we'll put both of those two movements together. The single whip. Waving hands in the clouds. And now, let's put all of our 6 movements together. I'll turn around and face the same direction as you. The commencement form. Open hands. Single whip. Waving hands in the clouds. Open hands. Single whip. Waving hands. Let's begin our Taichi cool down exercises. Small circles of the arms, breathing in and breathing out. You can take these movements to where they feel comfortable for you. The circles of your arms may be a little smaller. The circles of your arms may be a little bigger. Now, just allow the back of the hand to fall onto the thigh. Remember to breathe throughout each of these movements. Just relax. These movements could be performed stood up. These movements could be performed sat down. You may want to hold on to something for a little balance. Bring the hands across the chest, making two gentle fists. Breathe in. And breathe out and gently just open the fingers. Breathe in. And breathe out. And just relax. As always, we finish our Tai Chi session making a gentle fist, an open palm, and a bow. Thank you everybody, and I look forward to seeing you in our next session.